Hello again. In the previous video, we introduced the concept of environments, and we're going to use that now to specify a remote location for our datasets so that we don't have to rely on our local file paths. First of all, here I have the documentation page for the data catalog, and as you can see, the file path property that we've been using so far, of course, supports local file paths, but it also supports a number of other remote locations thanks to an open source library called FSSpec. So for example, I can use HDFS or the Hadoop file system, Amazon S3 or anything that's compatible with it, Google Cloud Storage, Azure Blob Storage, even HTTP objects, and so on. If you see the FSSpec documentation, you're going to see that there's a rich ecosystem of plugins, and you can even define your own remote locations for your data. So now, for this demonstration, I'm going to use an open source system called MinIO. So MinIO is an object storage that mimics the Amazon S3 API so that you can replicate how you would be working with such a system, but only using open source software installed on your laptop. So here's the administration interface, as you can see. And the first thing that I'm going to do is create a bucket. So I'm going to call it space flights. I'm going to leave all the options by default. And then inside these buckets, I'm going to upload my files. So let me go here to upload, and then I will upload reviews, shuttles, and companies. Looks like everything worked. Now, how can I access these files? Let me go back to my editor. I have my MinIO client installed as well here, which means that I can do, for example, mc alias my MinIO. And this is an alias that I created for the local server that I'm running. So as you can see, the URL points to a local URL on my network. I have an access key and a secret key with some basic credentials. And this is going to use an S3 compatible API. What I'm going to do next is to see whether these files exist already. For that, I'm going to do mcls my MinIO, so the name of the bucket, and then spaceflights. There we go. The 3 files that I just uploaded are right here. Now, what I'm going to do next is to create a new environment that I'm going to call production, and I'm going to create a new definition for my input datasets so that we're loading them from our MinIO bucket instead of loading them from our local file system. So for that, I'm going to go to my conf directory and create a production subdirectory. In here, I will have a catalog.yml. There we go. I'm going to override the definitions for companies, reviews, and shuttles. And I'm going to specify a different file path that uses a remote location. So for that, I'm going to remove this and write S3 : spaceflights companies. Same for my reviews and same for my shuttles. Now, notice that I'm using S3 here as a prefix, but I'm not actually using Amazon S3. The interesting thing here is that I can trick FSSpec into thinking that when I write this S3 prefix, it's going to actually go to my MinIO server that I have locally. For that, I need to tweak my environment variables a little bit. So let me do export, and I'm going to specify that the S3 endpoint URL is that one, which corresponds to the URL of my server. Then I'm going to also do key equals MinIO admin, which is the first part of my credentials. And now also secret MinIO admin. And in principle, I have everything I need now. So let's see if that works. I'm going to do Kedro run pipeline data processing with my production environment. I'm going to give it a few seconds to finish. And if I didn't make any mistake, we should see that everything works just as before. And there we go. You see, this was so magical that it actually looks like I didn't do anything. So let me create a typo here so that we can see that this is actually reaching out to MinIO. I'm going to repeat the Kedro run. And in principle, I should see an error now. There we go. It's failing to load dataset. And if I scroll back, you will see that the error says the file was not found. So let me restore the correct file path, repeat the Kedro run, and make sure that now everything is set up correctly. There we go. It already loaded the companies and it's going to finish preprocessing everything in a moment. You see, creating a new environment with the purpose of choosing a different location for my datasets was very easy. And now we're going to continue expanding our Kedro project so that using these remote files, we can deploy our project to different targets. More on that in the next videos.